What's up, guys? We're gonna 𝗀𝗧𝗘𝗦𝗙𝗘. I'm gonna be showing you guys an easy and new melody method. If you do end up enjoying the video, make sure you do hit that sub button and turn post notifications on so you don't miss a video. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna be mainly focused on the melody. So first we just need some chords. So we can just grab, let's do a C minor. Let's do the old C minor. Okay, some basic. And what we're gonna do is just make some basic chords here. So let's go to, let's do something like this. And pretty much what we can do is make a chord upward. So as if you were to make a chord like this, but you would stop at 2 notes and then go backward. And this is just my easy way of just getting a nice bass line. And then you can literally move it over like this. Okay. So I'm gonna try to do like a little, and then let's add fifths to these. And this is just a stamp. Okay. And I am in the 1/4 beat. Okay. Let's offset this. And then let's copy this up here. And we can get away with a lot just using the fifths. And the fifths is just a chord, just you take out the middle part, okay? All right, so I'm gonna just kind of complete this out. And then you can get this rhythm with the 1/4 beat. It's kind of hard to do it with like anything larger. So, okay, that's our melody. I'm gonna change the color so we can have a nice contrast, and I'm gonna put the notes in between here so we know what chord it is, and then just make them smaller. Okay, come on, FL, work with me now. All right, there we go. So those are our chords. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and show you the method. We don't have to worry about building chords and all this stuff, all right? All right, so this is gonna be a prerequisite to the actual method, just because I want this to be very simple and I don't wanna have to do everything in one shot, because I want people to be able to click through. So I went ahead and reset these back because it just looks a little bit better on the eyes. So we have red for our melodies, just so we have a nice contrast. So the tree method, right, and that's not like an actual term, it's just something I made up. Pretty much you would take a note. So usually it could be something like this. You just pull up a note, or if you want to finish the chord off, right, and you can stop here, you could take this note. So we would take this note, right, and next step would to be do a +1. +1 means just going up 1 or down within the scale. So that means here or here, right? Just a +1. So if you do land here and you end up in a situation, that doesn't mean go like this off the scale. You go within it. Okay, and it's very important. And I'll explain why this stuff works in a minute. So let's take this back. So this is our +1. And then from here, you make a chord, or act like you're making a chord. You can finish it however you want. All right, so if you want to do something like that, you can. And then you can pull this down, and you can see we kind of land here. And then you can do another +1, and then same thing, repeat. And you can see why I call it like the tree method or whatever. And then you can start to, throw notes in. I don't know. It's up to you, right? You can change the rhythm, of course. Now the reason why this works, and the new method I'll show you works, is because of this, okay? Because every note works with every note. So if we just pull this up like this, and we pull these down, you can see that this is literally, it just goes in order. But, and let me choose these notes. They sound great together, even though it's this. That's what it really sounds like. So that is why this works, and this works everywhere, any scale. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and show you the method, since you kind of know how to do this now. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this new method. So simply here, okay, what you could do first is you can just finish out your chord. Now you can go as high as you want. You can use, oops, let's bring this back. You can pull this up an octave. You can do whatever you want at this point. It's up to you. But for this one, we can just kind of finish out the chord. Okay, and then we can use this F just so we have a higher range. And the reason why I want to do that is so that we have the full range. to work with, because remember, every note works with every note pretty much. All right, so let's use this. Okay, and now what we want to do is look ahead. Okay, so if we look over here, you can use any of these notes. So let's just throw this one in. Let's copy it. And then, right, we want to make a chord like that. And this will get a support note or transition note into the next melody that is in harmony with this next chord, right? So that is kind of the point of this method, is to make sure that the melody you make right here, right? So say this is like your melody, for example. The melody you make right here, to make sure that these notes work well with the next chords you have. And that's why we work backwards, right? And it's a little confusing, but once you do it once, it's super easy. So here we go. Oops, these aren't even playing. Okay. Now you can look here and you can say, well, we could just did +1, right? If we really look, and I'm just trying to do troubleshooting right now. So you can do a +1 and then go down, right? Now this works in this case, but it doesn't work all the way through all the time. Okay. That's why the other way around, and I can just put these back, is more, it's just a little bit more safe. Okay. So from here, the next one, if you want to, you can literally just use the same method from the beginning, right? Just use that note like so. Let's shorten this up. Okay, simple as that. It doesn't have to be that difficult. Okay, so for our next note, we got to look at this chord. And again, you can literally just say, okay, let's do that one. Okay, boom. And then we pull it up an octave, kind of be a little creative here. Pull this up an octave, and then we can make a chord all the way down like so. And you can kind of rearrange them how you want. Simple as that. Okay. So now, right, and now we can start mixing it together. And I'm trying to go slow because this is very confusing. It's very confusing to look at and kind of build. So we can do our 3 again, just to reset the method. Okay. And then let's move this over in between, right? And then you can do your little +1 stuff if you want to here. And we can take this, okay, and just make a chord backwards to get another harmony. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing this on the fly is because if you look ahead, all these chords are the same. So now it's going to be extremely easy to kind of build the melody, right? Let me shorten. And then honestly, since these are the same, we can kind of just flip flop from each melody here. Just do something simple like that, right? It's just a kind of trial here. Okay, and then that is how you can build a melody that is in harmony with this method. So we're gonna do one more. I'm gonna try to make it simpler just so it's shorter, but just one more for practice. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're just gonna do one more, and that's because I know this method can be a little complex because it uses multiple in one. So I just want to kind of get different variety of stuff going on. So we went ahead and took off the training wheels. Let's try something different. So let's take this, pull this up an octave, change the color, and now let's leave it like this. So over here, let's do this. Okay, and I'm gonna try to zoom in. I want to keep the chords in the frame as well. And then let's do a +1, and we can move that back. Let's do like a little nice little. Okay, I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and cheat the system, and I just want to make this one a little bit quicker, but I do want to show different ways of doing it. Let's move that up. Let's make it flam a little quicker. And then over here, let's pull this one up an octave and then make a chord backwards like that. And then we can implement a wiggle here just to be lazy. Okay, something like that. And then we can flam this and pull this over. Let's pull that back. It's probably too fat. Okay, simple as that. So now over here, We haven't taken the middle note yet, so this is our major chord. Okay, so let's take this, do a +1, and then let's look over here to our next chord, right? Make a chord out of this and another chord, and we can use both these notes. Okay, probably do some nice little groove right here. That could be offset. All right, you can keep going as well. You can take this as far as you want to take it. And I know this one's a little complex just because of the structure of how you do it. You got to flip back and forth between the chords, but just remember, you find a note here, you go over here, you find a harmony, and then you just add that support note to kind of connect the chords together. Okay, but that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.